Welcome to the Popcorn Talk Network, for the online broadcast network that features movie discussion, news, and interviews. Press 1.
Popcorn Talk. We talk movies.
From the Popcorn Talk Network, the online broadcast network for movie talk, and the schmoes know, this is Marvel News, bringing you the most up-to-date discussion and commentary within the Marvel Universe.
Hello, Schmobil! Yeah, that was an epic new entrance that we have here at the Popcorn Network.
I felt like Popcorn wanted to be violent toward me. The actual food stuff, Popcorn was angry with me.
I think Popcorn wants to violate my rights.
Wow, I think so. Well, welcome to Marvel News, Marvel Movie News. We're changing the name officially. Marvel Movie News, where we break down all the Marvel movie news from all the studios and tell you why you should be as excited as we are. We are broadcasting to you live from the Danger Room here in beautiful Encino, California. Visit us on Facebook, Marvel News for Marvel fans. Like us. Also, we're on Twitter, at Marvel Schmoes. You can also find me on Twitter, at the Matt Key.
And you can find me on Twitter, at Placko.
At Matt Cook Tweeted.
And we should let you know we have a special guest on the air with us today. Master Joseph Scrimshaw.
Did you say master?
Master, yeah.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with that.
Oh, you're so comfortable with that.
Master should be a nice thing, but it sounded, kind of Civil War-y and not in a
Well, if
Marvel
you
way.
take it that way.
Yeah, made me feel. My Twitter handle is at Joseph Scrimshaw. That's not
That's
master,
great.
Not at
No,
Master Joseph Scrimshaw.
No, but that's
can
a great
change
name.
it.
You can change it.
No,
But are you sure?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm as sure as popcorn.
I wish we had some popcorn to eat. I'm
know.
like so
I know.
hungry
Why don't we?
now.
Yeah.
Nah,
no.
that'd be great to listen to.
Yeah.
A bunch of jerks chewing popcorn while someone else is angry about a
I like
I
comic
really
book.
want a burrito
Yeah.
now. I don't know
Okay,
why.
all right.
You can also find us on YouTube, youtube.com/schmoesnopodcast. And don't forget to subscribe and rate us on iTunes. It keeps us coming back to you every week, which we very much enjoy doing because we get to come into the Danger Room and practice our advanced fighting techniques. So, Jatarvis is on the board. Say hello, Jatarvis.
What up?
Yeah.
He will be asking us questions when we get a little bit too nerdy here and there. And yeah, anyway, quick news. We're going to be moving our recording time starting next week. Today's the last day. We're doing it on Mondays. We're going to be doing them on Thursdays next week. I believe we'll be coming out on Fridays from there because we were just missing too much news. Doing the Marvel event and then having to wait a week to talk about it.
It was a little
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, we kid you not, for the last 4 weeks, every time we recorded a show, the big news broke either the day after or an hour after our show.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh, we're done recording, and then I'd get text from these two like, so Benedict Cumberbatch is back in the run. Oh, come on, we just recorded.
Yeah. So hopefully that'll help out.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get on top a little bit more on top of the news by changing the time.
Or they're just going to change and break all the news on Friday afternoon.
That's probably exactly what'll happen.
Exactly. Yeah. You know, Marvel's positioning it against us because, you know, we're doing pretty good in the numbers.
We're
so,
doing well, so they are
yeah.
purposely
That's
they're
obviously
purposely
how that's
taking us
working.
on. I think that's what's going on.
Just
yeah.
like they're sabotaging the X-Men books because of Fox. That's, you know.
And why they're getting rid of Fantastic Four.
Obviously,
yeah, of course,
yes.
of course. Well, anyway, not a lot of news this week, guys.
Nope. So thanks
so-
for tuning in. We'll see you on Friday
Yeah,
next
and then
week.
you're
Thanks for coming in, Master Joseph. It was good to see you.
You're welcome, Servant Matt.
Real quick, what we're going to do today, we're going to talk, we've got a little bit of Marvel news. Fox and Sony are completely absent from the news this week. We'll talk about Big Hero 6 a little bit, some Agent Carter. Then we're going to talk some comics. Actually going to do some comic book talk today. And then we thought what we'd do is head over to Schmoville. We asked you guys to send us some questions, and you did. And we've got answers. So
We do. And we will reveal the winner of our contest.
Oh, of our Thanos, death rom-com. So we'll go over all that in just a bit, but right now we're gonna head over to Marvel Studios, where we got maybe our first look at the Yellowjacket suit.
I think so. I mean, that screenshot that we saw looks pretty much like what I'd expect from Yellowjacket.
Yeah.
He looked a little like DC design for me. I'll definitely say that.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
we
he
got
is
him
right
there.
there. I mean, it's a really cool looking suit, and if that's where they're gonna go with Yellowjacket, I'm pretty excited because it's a lot more modern and a lot more robotic than I expected.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I like it.
I like
it.
that he has shoulders.
That's important, yes.
You gotta have shoulders
Yeah.
if you're gonna be a bad guy.
Some no bullshit shoulders. I mean, that's the Yellowjacket costume. It's like whatever else. Big shoulders. He owned shoulders.
Yes.
Well, you know what's that's a good point because I think Yellowjacket came out in what, like 74, 75 or something. So he had like the giant, the giant collars, like he was a disco
Well, yeah,
inferno.
it's a big kind of like hoopy thing of like just pay attention to my shoulders, damn it.
Don't look at anything else. It's the shoulders.
Very insecure.
Yeah. So I like it. I don't know what the weird. It looks like
Iron Spider.
Iron Spider, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It look.
That's my only complaint is that they're drawing a little too much from Iron Spider and Doc Ock with the
a little bit.
pieces.
I can see
feel I'm sure he's gonna have wings that strut out and allow
strut
him,
out.
Yeah, strut.
Like he's like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm some wings. Get used to it.
He's a suave man. Okay.
Yellowjacket is.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Okay.
It's time for an update. Marvel's got this right. Come on.
I'm not saying they don't.
Well, yeah, we were all happy with it. You're the one who started complaining.
Listen, you don't even start with me. This one all morning long. Well, by morning I mean since noon.
I've been complaining. No, I think it looks cool, but I mean, I just want to see a better, a higher quality picture of it, and then we'll know.
I mean, that was very clearly like some intern in some like,
and I
like,
still don't even really trust it. Like,
it's not 100%. It's not verified. Like, so.
It could just be CG art for all we know too.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that could be like a costume for like a Marvel video game or something. I would play that video game. Anyway, still
but that's exciting. It's still cool to get something.
Yeah, because we're not getting a whole lot.
No.
No. Anyway, heading over to Age of Ultron, we got a first look at some behind-the-scenes footage on Tuesday.
Yes.
They did not air in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week. Instead, they showed, what was it called? 75 years from pulp to pop.
Yeah.
And they gave us some behind-the-scenes footage of Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. Not a lot to report about it. It looked cool. It looked good.
You guys are still going to see it?
I guess.
I
guess. I'm thinking about it. I haven't made up my mind.
It's going to cost money. I don't know. If no one's going to give it to me for free, probably not. But what is very exciting about that is that we maybe got our first look at the Vision.
Yeah.
Which is kind of exciting.
He's like bending over in the background, right?
I'm not entirely convinced.
He's like bending over to pick up a bag of sugar.
I am absolutely convinced that that was the Vision, but not completely done.
Yeah,
like there will be additional things on top of him that are put in post.
Yeah, like some CG stuff. Yeah,
that's. I mean, I'm assuming it is just like a base suit, though it's not like a full green suit, which we've come to expect. But you know, you very clearly see half of Cap, you know, Hawkeye's hand, Scarlet Witch, and then this. Actually, if Jarvis pulls the image up. I can lodge my complaint here is that what everyone says.
Oh, you were excited about this.
Well, what everyone keeps saying is the Vision. It's a bald person that is wrapped in like a purpley.
It's right here.
Right here.
There's green. There's his yellow cape. There's his red.
Yeah.
That's the Vision.
That is so the Vision.
There's just some weird purple like lines going down there that I'm just not entirely sure.
Have you seen the concept art for it?
That's
it.
The
Vision.
I guess.
I think it's Dick Cheney. Actually,
oh, you're right. The rumor's been confirmed. He is in it.
Oh my God! Really? Dick Cheney's in the Avengers Age of Ultron?
Yeah. He's amazing.
Is he gonna fight against global warming?
I don't want a spoiler alert, everybody.
I don't know.
That is without a doubt the Vision.
That is so the Vision.
I understand. I don't know what the stripes on his head are either.
See, that's my only
but
thing.
I assume that's going to get fixed in post or whatever. Or maybe not. Maybe it's like skin being pulled. Like that's part of the part of the build.
Damaged.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea. Good.
But that is very. I mean, even the color scheme matches the concept art that they put out.
Okay,
and in the video when it's in motion, you can see him. Everybody's fanning out. Like the team is.
Oh, see, I haven't. This is.
You can see him in
this. This is a clip from the thing that they showed, and then it was in this clip, and you can see because Hawkeye is on her left, on the right side of the screen, and you see everybody in motion, and he moves as the camera pulls back. He's also moving, and the camera just kind of blocks it.
Okay, well, if you see the cape, then yes.
Yeah, I mean that's it. That's you don't see much, but that's what you see, and you see it. You see that thing, which I believe is the Vision moving,
and that's
I sound like a conspiracy.
I have. This is gonna be on A&E later. Like dun.
Riding the Loch Ness monster.
In 2014, I saw a clip online.
Vision.
It was unmistakably the Vision. Irrefutable proof.
Look at the size of his footprint.
Yeah.
That's clearly the Vision.
And how much have you lost, sir, trying to prove your theory? I've lost everything. But it was the Vision.
And you become vaguely Scottish.
Yes, always. They always are, though, aren't they, those guys?
Yeah, they really are. The conspiracy theorists.
It's a very, like, broad UK spectrum.
Yeah.
Going back to the Vision, just real quick, I love that they have the bravery to stick to the wackiness of the original costume.
Yeah, I just didn't think they would. I mean,
they had the option of doing the all-white one from, like, the mid-90s. And I'm so glad that they didn't do that.
Yeah.
Like, they could have made him look like a slick Apple product, and they were like, nope.
Well, I don't know how much you guys have talked about this, but I think that's one of the great differences between Marvel and DC, that I think as Marvel is more successful, they're going to get louder and prouder about being as true to the comics and sort of the weirdness of the comics as they want.
Yeah. I mean,
DC
Guardians
is still
did that,
a little ashamed.
Yeah.
Like, they hate primary colors, and it's cool to see.
Yeah, to see it, like, green, red, and yellow.
Yeah. Those things don't go together at all.
Yeah, like
and the fact that it's a robot, like, he's a robot, he made that decision.
Yeah. Him or Ultron, both of whom are like, because Ultron built him, right?
Yeah.
So Ultron was like, I know how it should be done. Red, green, and yellow. And he's like, this is my
Ultron
vision.
colorblind?
Maybe.
I mean, he is a robot. Maybe his like sensor was broken.
Yeah, maybe his senses were broken or something.
Probably. But I kind of like it too.
But I like it too. Yeah.
It's odd. It's like, it's a little off-putting, which I think is interesting to the character, and like, I don't know. It's interesting. But yeah, I love that he's.
Yeah, that's right. In the concept art, he does have the cape. I don't.
Oh, are you looking it up?
Yeah, well, I think I'd edited it from my memory because I've been staring when they first released all like the little bits of the concept art, and here he is, obviously standing over all the Ultron bots, and he's got that epic cape. I don't know why I blocked that from my memory.
Have you seen
That's
that,
great.
Joseph?
No.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Super pro epic cape.
Yeah.
I want epic cape.
Robot androids with capes, done. Done.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because if you're like, I'm not sure about that, maybe you shouldn't be seeing a superhero movie.
Right.
You can go watch The Bourne Identity again if you just want. Like,
that was my favorite thing when Thor came out the first time. They were like, I don't know, man. I just didn't. It was all right. It was just like so much. And I'm like, wait. You went to see Thor, which is a movie about a beautiful blonde man who travels through space and time on a rainbow bridge with a magical hammer. Like, those are the baseline facts.
Yes.
But
Like,
you have
like
too much.
My Little Pony meets pro wrestling.
Yeah, and like that's it. Those are the requirements. Like, you're seeing the wrong film then.
Yeah. And then that really, I think they just been.
This means Jatarvis has a question, Joseph.
Oh Jesus!
It means we have to run.
Yeah.
Sentinels are coming.
Real quick, I've heard a lot about Vision. I know it's Paul Bettany or Paul
Bettany?
Bentley, whatever. What is his power? Is he basically just like an Iron Man robot, or does he actually have some other powers?
He's got some crazy powers.
He has like a grab bag.
Yeah.
Like a strange buffet of mind control and.
Can he do mind control?
He certainly has in the past had like
is he telepathic?
mental powers, telepathic things.
I think he might be a little bit telepathic. Yeah. He's got the
I don't know.
He's got the solar gem on his head that
Which
he can shoot lasers out of. He can shoot lasers out of that.
He can become insubstantial.
Yeah, he can phase his matter so that he can pass through walls, but he can also make himself super heavy.
So he's almost got like a Kitty Pryde-esque Colossus. Like he draws a lot of different powers.
Yeah.
And also his best superpower is getting the Scarlet Witch to fall in love with him, and then somehow
despite the fact being an android.
And then having alternate timeline babies.
Wait, what?
In House of M. Remember she had
that's
kids.
right. That's right.
Yeah, he's real strong, real fast. Can phase, can become indestructible, can shoot a crazy
lasers
beam
out of his
forehead. He
and
can
we think
fly.
he might be somewhat telepathic.
Well, I thought he had some sort of mind.
I do think that there's something. Yeah,
that he did something with the crystal in the 80s. But a lot of people did something with the crystal in the 80s. But I might be misremembering. But I was rereading a couple months ago the Vision and Scarlet Witch
romance
miniseries. Yeah.
Oh,
it's very weird.
It's very surreal.
Yeah.
Can a robot fall in love? The Vision says yes.
Yeah.
Well, and I do love that they really explore the whole AI concept of can a robot gain feelings and emotions and become human-esque, and they do such a great job with the Vision, which is also weird because they seem to be doing that with Ultron. They're definitely giving Ultron a
personality.
A huge personality.
There ain't no strings on
I know.
me.
So does in the trailer that they released, when Thor's like,
"Are you talking about the Age of Ultron trailer?"
The Age of Ultron. Yeah, I just have a question about
that's
robots
the Avengers,
having,
right? The Avengers.
Yeah. What did I say?
No, I'm just making sure that
I say yeah. I'm talking about the new Avengers trailer that they put out when Thor's like, none of you are worthy. Does Ultron enter that trailer by going he? Like, isn't that what it sounds every time? Like he's laughing like he. How could you be worthy? Oh no, that goes in like
You're
that.
not worthy.
Wouldn't that be amazing if Marvel was like, now we're also going to do crazy old comic book laughs?
Oh, that would be great. I would love that.
Like, and wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah.
It sounds like it. Listen, Schmoville, listen and see if I'm right or if I've just chosen to believe that as the case.
I wouldn't be surprised if Whedon did some sort of weird sort of like his laugh isn't quite programmed right. And
Right.
Then it slowly becomes creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jatar, does that answer your question about Vision?
Do you want more?
Yeah, I guess my only thing is I thought he was just a robot. Where does he get all these powers?
They're programmed into him by Ultron.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Jake.
Well,
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
How do you program robot to do telepathic stuff?
You know how to do
Crystal.
You put a
that? Why are
crystal
you
in
running
his
the
head.
board if you don't even know how to do that?
Hence the
That's the
crystal in his
easiest thing to
head.
do with the robot. That's
Dude,
what robots were
magic.
made for.
Jatarvis, it's comic book logic. They introduce it to you, and then you say, "Oh, awesome!" when you're 10, and you just roll with it.
I'll go with it.
Don't let us attacking you stop you from asking more questions.
Are we attacking?
I feel like I just attacked him.
But that's what you do. You're like the anti-hero of our group.
Yeah.
You're like our
waiting for the
Daredevil.
evil
Yeah. You're worse than Spider-Man.
Worse than
Spider-Man's
Spider-Man.
not an anti-hero.
Oh,
He's not an
yeah, I'm
anti-hero.
the jerk. I'm a worse anti-hero than Spider-Man. He's the hero.
He's not an anti-hero, but he is a jerk.
He's not a jerk.
According to some members of the Avengers, he would be considered kind of a jerk.
What? Call them.
In
Get him on
groups,
Skype.
He will be an asshole. In
Yeah.
group situations, Spider-Man is often
He's
an
tough.
asshole.
Yeah.
He's a quippy.
He's quippy. He's quippy.
He's
I don't say that.
tough. Do you mean like on issues?
Yeah.
He's
No,
tough.
I think he's
no,
tough.
he's a little. According to Civil War, he's a little watery on issues.
Yeah.
Come on.
Tough on issues. Vote Spider-Man for mayor.
He's tough.
Vote
He'll
him for
make
city
the
council.
tough decisions.
Anyways.
Sorry. Anyway, there was also some leaked footage from Guardians of the Galaxy DVD. I don't know where it came from. It's apparently in Italy.
Yeah,
Because it's like it's subtitled in Italian and like the narrator's speaking in Italian. It's terribly low quality. But if you want to go see it, it's out there. We posted it to our Facebook page as well, our Marvel fan page, and yeah.
I started to watch it and then I turned it off because I didn't. It was the quality was too low, and
They
I
really
didn't
weren't
wanna-
showing anything that we already kind of like. It's like, hey, we did the Hulkbuster. Yeah, we know.
Right.
Yeah.
It
so.
was really cool. Okay, I'm going to talk about it for 1 second. Because the one part
the 2
that I
seconds you
did
saw.
see was them, like, 4 dudes moving Iron Man's Hulkbuster gauntlet.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
And it was a practical prop. It was a real thing. And they were like, goosh, and they had to put it down. And it was amazing looking.
Yeah.
Is this a deleted scene?
It's
No,
going to be in
it's-
the Blu-ray for Guardians. It's a behind-the-scenes featurette of
cool.
Age of Ultron.
only being released with the Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And someone leaked it. Like somehow it's already gotten out there. Poor Marvel. Like they're just like for a ship that's
they're
on
getting hit.
Like that's
Yeah.
really on the move. Like they're a sinking ship all at the same time. Like they're full of holes over there.
Yeah.
Well, thankfully, because we get the benefit. But you know,
I think it's a surprising lack of stuff that gets leaked too. Like I think there's so much. Like I'm surprised there's not more than there is. There's a lot, but there's also a ton more that's being held. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah,
guys.
Do you
because
think they're... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say because at first it seemed almost the Age of Ultron trailer leak was controlled, but now that we know Marvel's subpoenaing Google to find out who leaked it, so.
Do you
Which
think
is
they're actually
crazy.
being done damage by it yet, though?
I doubt that there was
the timing of
damage.
Ultron doesn't seem like any problem at all.
No.
Right.
yeah, it doesn't seem like there was any actual damage done outside of just like money spent and promotional kind of issues. But
I think maybe too. It's just you gotta get that person who leaked it. Otherwise, there's no threat. Like it's almost like we got it. Like you didn't do much. You didn't really derail the train, but we got to make an example.
but
out
you
of
made
you.
a shot.
Yeah, like you went for it, and
You shot at us. We got to
must-
find you.
Yeah. I don't know. It's crazy.
Anyway, well that's all of the
That's our
actual
news.
like movie news that we have.
We think we saw 2 halves of a costume.
Yeah. This is why you
Big
guys
news
keep
week.
tuning in
Big news week.
Tune in next week.
when we talk
You
about
might
it
see a
again.
foot.
We're going to see somebody's boot. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what though? In the leaked footage, it did show a little bit of Scarlet Witch stuff that was cool.
I didn't watch. I only watched.
There was this one part where like the girl playing Scarlet Witch, I just forgot her name. Elizabeth Olsen, says, I like her because she's really like tough or whatever. And then they cut to a scene of her like just blowing up a giant brick with her brain. I was like, oh yeah, I am watching this movie. I wasn't convinced until I saw that one very low quality moment.
You're a tough sell, man.
I am a tough sell. Anyway, animation, which we haven't really handled on this show at all yet, but we've got Big Hero 6 that just came out this weekend, and it opened domestically at the box office with a grand total of $56,200,000, with an international gross of $23 million, bringing its total to $79,200,000 for its opening weekend worldwide cumulative.
Yeah, it beat out Interstellar.
And it beat Interstellar.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. That's amazing.
Like this silly little cartoon beat Interstellar.
I saw it.
I loved it.
Me too.
I loved it.
So adorable.
It's adorable. It hits all the right beats. It's, you know, the monster guy. What's his name? Fred, I think.
Yes.
Is just so funny. That's T.J. Miller, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so funny.
And is Matthew McConaughey in Big Hero 6?
Matthew McConaughey actually plays 3 of the characters.
He did the mocap for 3.
Yeah.
He did the mocap for Baymax, I believe.
And,
And Wasabi No Ginger, is that her name? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, Wasabi, Honey Lemon, Hero. I'm blanking on her name right now.
Yeah.
And Fred. And
Baymax. Yeah.
These guys, you didn't get too much of these guys. Like, they were in the movie a lot, but, you know.
You didn't need a lot of them.
Though. They were really, they were cute. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a great film that even as an adult I appreciated, though I had some friends who saw Interstellar and saw Big Hero 6 this weekend, and they were like, well, Big Hero 6 was just too juvenile. And I'm like, well, it's kind of a movie for children.
It's a movie for kids.
I was a little emotionally traumatized.
I cried 3 points.
Yeah, it's intense. It's like, I mean,
we don't want to give anything away.
Well,
but
the beginning,
everybody dies.
But you cried at 3 different points?
Yes.
Okay. At first I thought you said I cried 3 points. Like you had like a scale of
you know, out of 5
on a scale
tears,
of 1 to 10,
like up is 10 cries, right?
No, only out of 5. So maybe got 3 cries out of 5 cries.
Okay.
But no, there were 3 points.
But would Up be 5 cries for you?
Oh my God, Up was 5 cries.
Up was insane.
But crying 3 different times does actually tell me something, because it means it's not just the emotional punch at the end of the film.
Yeah,
but throughout.
It was cool. I like the power sets. I thought they did a good job with character design and some of the action. It's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
The animation is gorgeous.
Seamless animation.
Disney went out of their way. They created a whole new lighting engine that rendered all of the points. Also, and I know I've mentioned this before, this is one of their like largest cast animations, because in addition to the main cast, you had to also think about their superhero suits plus all the auxiliary characters. It brought in one of the largest animation casts they've ever had to do, and it was phenomenal. And just all the intricate detail from like all the different, even in the crowd scenes, how many different models were used. It wasn't just kind of like the same 3 models over and over. And also, the other thing I loved was the stinger at the end.
Oh, don't talk about it.
We can't talk about it, but I love it.
But it is a Marvel movie, so stay until the end.
Yes.
I didn't.
Wow!
I didn't.
Oh!
I know. I was at a screening that my friend took me to, and he had to jet, and I wasn't gonna stay.
Oh man!
So, but you knew what you were doing, right? You knew.
I knew
that you were walking out on.
Yeah, I knew it, but I wasn't happy about it. But I did it.
It was so fun.
Yeah, well, I didn't see you like leaving, like skipping and jumping, like. In my mind.
No, my friend pulled me out of there. I was throwing a fit.
Now I want to stay!
Yeah, I was like a crazy child. Like usual.
Yeah, like you are now.
Yep.
All right, television. We're moving over to TV now. Any more on Big Hero 6?
I think check it out. I think it's an incredible technological achievement. I think some of the voice acting.
Yes, Master
I have a
Scrimshaw.
question for you guys. Why do you think it beat Interstellar?
That's a great question. I do think that it did not beat Interstellar internationally. It only beat it domestically. Okay. So I almost wonder if that says something about American appetites versus world appetites. Yes. We have a question. Yes, Jatarvis.
It's more of a statement. I just want to say I do box office breakdown here at Schmo Network.
Okay.
And I think one of the main reasons why it lost was because it's 3 hours compared to 1 hour 40 minutes.
There you go.
You're getting way more show times than any of the other movies.
Also, for
good call.
Also, there was it was Veterans well, Veterans Day I think is technically tomorrow,
yeah.
but I know some school systems had like a Friday off. So I think, a lot of parents were out, took their kids in on Friday.
Right.
So it was ripe for that too.
Yeah.
Like, do you want to see this fun cartoon, or do you want to see Matthew McConaughey be sad in space for 3 hours?
Yeah, that's me as an adult. I'm like, I'd rather see Big Hero 6 than more Christopher Nolan stuff. Like, even just like, I just don't even understand that he's gonna do the world folding in on top of the world thing again that he just did in Inception.
Oh, I know. Every single time I've seen that trailer,
why would you do that same exact thing and make it seem like it's the newest idea?
Nolan
likes Interstellar.
No, Nolan, Chris Nolan.
Oh no, I thought you were saying
Nolan likes. Okay.
I know, but it was just interesting to do it so soon after, and I'm like, man, I can wait for that. But I'm like, Big Hero 6 seems like a blast, and
it was a blast.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah. I used to work for a man named Frankie Blondes, who was the president of Paramount in this.
Ow!
What happened?
You dropped that name right on my foot.
You're such a jerk.
I told you.
You're such a jerk. You pill. I was like,
Go ahead.
Oh my
God. He used to work for the president of Paramount.
Yeah, not in the 70s. Like he's retired from that, but he said
not in the Yellowjacket era.
No. It was he was the president of Paramount when Yellowjacket was introduced. Yeah, very important to know.
Timeline.
Big shoulders.
He had massive shoulders.
He did. Giant shoulders. Anyway, he was a fan of saying he only wanted to do G movies after he left Paramount, and I asked him one time, and he said, because when you do a G movie, you get 3 or 4 people in the seats. If you do a rated R movie, you're lucky to get 2. You get more tickets with a G-rated movie.
So he was animated too.
Yes, he was.
That's amazing.
Very animated. Anyway, I think that's another reason.
Yeah.
Wait, but he was making movies that only at max got 4 people?
He said,
is that what you said?
You get like a family of 4. That was his point.
Okay.
You get more butts in the seats.
Right, which makes sense.
And he didn't say anything unless he screamed it at you.
That's
great.
That's how it would be. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, on to television. So you wanted to talk about Agent Carter. You were excited about that, yeah?
I've been excited about it. I'm super, super stoked. So we got our first look at Agent Carter. The scene, like, I know if you were at New York Comic Con, you got to see the footage from it, but we were treated on the Tuesday night. What are we? Well, that is not from Agent Carter. No.
But Jatarvis, you can keep that up.
That's
okay. That is coming up.
That's on his own computer.
I thought that was Haley Atwell.
No, that is not Haley Atwell at all.
Very close though. Very close.
You guys have broken me. So we finally got to see the footage that everyone from New York Comic Con has been talking about, where we get to see a little bit of Peggy Carter in action. Okay, so I was excited about the scene with Howard Stark. Hearing it, watching it actually felt very slow. Like the car pulls up to the dock and
I didn't see it as slow.
And Jarvis
I didn't see it that
there.
way.
I don't know. I guess
I see what you're saying, but it wasn't that way.
It wasn't bad. It just I wanted to see the action scene. Okay, let's just be honest. I just want to see her kicking butt. But it gave some great exposition. It gave us a reason as to why Howard Stark, Jarvis, and Peggy Carter are there. And then we got to go see her kick butt in her house. And it was super awesome. And I'm really excited for this film.
Throw a man out the window.
Yeah. As every woman should do once in their lifetime.
If my girlfriend's listening, don't do that.
I'm not saying it has to be you. I'm just saying a
there are only so many dudes.
Wait. Let me retract that.
Can I just sign up for it so I know when it's happening?
Yeah.
I just want to be prepared.
Just throw something out a window.
Oh,
I'm sure it's really. I don't want to be sexist here. I think all equal opportunity for throwing out of the window.
Men and women should throw something out of a window at some point.
But not an animal or a baby.
Oh, darn. I was going to do a
Toddlers,
baby. Fine. Infants, splitting hairs at that point.
No, it looks really cool, and I really like Haley Atwell. I think she's really risen to the role. I feel that she's such an interesting female dynamic, and we were kind of talking about this earlier before the show in terms of how women are portrayed in a lot of films, specifically superhero films. They're kind of tropey in one of two ways. It's either you get the damsel in distress, or you get the woman who is so almost masculine, is how she can't be a female and a badass. She just has to somehow adopt these masculine traits. And I feel Peggy Carter, especially given it being the 1940s, so you tend to have a little bit more femininity put on these characters. She's really risen to her own self. She's established, her own goals and her own way to go about things, and I don't feel she's a trope in any way, and that's one of the reasons I'm most excited about this, that as a woman who likes strong women, I'm really drawn to this character, because you don't have to lose your femininity to be a strong woman, but you don't have to be a damsel in distress to also be a woman.
I thought that worked in First Avenger because we didn't have any sort of like secret origin of how did you become a strong woman? Like it's this freakish superhero thing. She was just there and she just was in control, and there wasn't any like
there was no question about it.
Exactly.
And I think that's what made it really strong and made it just a neutral, like she's a character who happens to have these various traits.
And I think Marvel is very good at establishing that.
Like, if this is any sort of barometer at all for what we can expect with Captain Marvel also, like I think it's saying very good things for how Marvel can, Marvel Studios at least can draw a female character, a strong female character. So,
I'm excited.
Along with Agent Carter, we also have Bridget Regan.
Here we go.
Here we go. Now you can throw that up there, Jatarvis. Bridget Regan is joining it. What was she in? She's in a current TV show. I can't remember what she's in right now. Totally blanked.
Outlander, maybe? Just guessing by the...
Anyway, she's going to be playing a completely new character named Dottie, who is an ally of Agent Carter's and will have a huge impact on her life and adventures, at least according to what Marvel said.
And her... That character's superhuman ability is to rip shirts without using her hands, right?
And then looking coy about it.
Yeah.
She can show it.
By the way, I want to take credit. I picked this photo. Before anyone thinks that the guys picked this photo, I'm the one who pulled this photo. So
you did great.
Thanks.
It's a good photo.
It's a great photo.
It's a great photo.
She looked phenomenal.
Jatarvis is giving it a thumbs up.
I like the lighting.
Just one thumbs up, though, which is... Oh, two. Okay, we're all right.
So she's joining, and since I don't know anything about Dottie, it's hard for me to get excited about it. But what I am excited about is Costa Ronan joining as Anton Vanko, who is Ivan Vanko's dad, who was Mickey Rourke in the Iron Man Whiplash. This guy who apparently like helped create the arc reactor technology that the Stark family has come to depend on and everything. So we'll get to see this guy, and we'll probably get to see him. Working with we'll get to see this guy working with Howard Stark.
Awesome.
Which will be really cool, I think.
Costa Ronan is an incredible name.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong?
No, I think
I don't think so. I mean, I'm reading it. That's how it's just an incredible name. I can't get my head around it.
Yeah. I mean, you have Ronan in your name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ronan.
He sounds like pasta, but also badass at the same time.
I'll have the Costa Ronan, please. You can't handle it.
It is too sexy of a pasta.
It is a far sexier pasta than you can do. So that's it for TV. Anything else we want to talk about with them?
No.
Okay. No more badass pasta that we want to talk about?
Unless you got something to eat.
No, I wish. I wish.
He's just hangry.
Yeah. You know what? We should have our listeners tell us what the recipe is for a Costa Ronan.
Oh, that's a...
Do we want to make that our question of the week?
Question of the week.
Yeah? I say yes to that. Yes. No, you don't want to do a...
I mean, if you want. It'd be different if it was like, what's in an Anton Vanko, where he was a character, but that's just that dude's actual real name.
Or we could do what's a drink? Right. What's the Anton Vanko drink?
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
I'm excited about it. I just got confused about like, wait, they're gonna have to like look that man's life up and be like,
he's a human being with feelings and access to the internet.
Yeah, we're gonna be in trouble.
No,
do it.
Okay, hold on. Let's just open it up. Why don't you submit your favorite Avengers themed drinks?
All right.
How about that? Does that work? Okay.
Question of the week is submit to us a recipe and a name for an Avengers themed drink.
I love that.
Awesome.
See? Aren't you glad I said something?
I am.
We really found
because now, when we come in next Thursday, we'll bring all of that booze with us. We'll make them on air.
Perfect.
Yeah, you are the voice of reason.
Hey, gotta be.
And by the end of that hour, it'll be a show.
I'll drive home.
Yeah. Safely, responsibly.
We'll Uber it.
With great power.
So now moving on to comics, just some quick little news. Attack on Titan and Avengers are going to clash in a giant crossover manga. Is it manga or manga? I get yelled at both ways.
I say manga.
Manga?
I'm American.
Manga.
I say manga, but I don't read it.
I say mango.
Yeah. You say mango?
Yes.
You know that's
mango gelati.
No, mango.
Rita's just open up out here.
If you are not familiar with the manga / anime that is, do you say anime? I like to say anime.
I say anime because I'm American.
Okay. Attack on Titan is this amazing manga / anime just brutal and amazing in every single way. They've got 2 seasons on Netflix. I think you can also watch it on Hulu and Crunchyroll. Yep. Which is, I think my girl and I watched it on Hulu.
But it's really awesome.
And guest of the show, Matt Mercer, plays a voice in it.
Nice.
Cool. And the cartoon and the anime version. But they're doing a comic book release. They're gonna combine them in some issues, and that I think comes out later this month or early next month.
That's pretty rad.
I like that image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, now for the rest of this hour, we're going to talk to Schmoville. We posted on our Facebook page yesterday some questions that we're going to answer. But first, can we get the X-Men theme for this, Shatarvis, for our contest? Is that possible?
No. He's upset. He's like, it's only for my questions.
Yeah, the contest! Yeah!
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Shatarvis. I appreciate it.
He's crying.
He's giving it 3 tears.
Is that a question now?
So we asked, what's... we upset him, so now he's playing with us. So the question last week was, what's the best name for a Thanos/Death rom-com? We had quite a few answers come in. We've got Thanos, the Mad Titan there, with his Infinity Gauntlet. It looks like he's so mad at it, like he just lost like a puppy or something.
It looks like he just wants to crush basketballs.
Oh, I'm so frustrated.
Big Thanos hand.
What are you thinking there, Cook?
Lots of things. Go ahead.
Okay. So we had a lot. We narrowed it down to our top 6. I think we chose 6.
6 or 7.
6 or 7.
There was a couple.
So I will read them off real quick. Daniel Sabian Lesmana wrote A Wedding and 7 Billion Funerals.
Very funny.
Which I love. Paul Montgomery wrote No Glove, No Love. We had Daniel Hollifield with Diary of a Mad Titan, which had a couple of likes. We had Justin James come in with How to Lose a Mad Titan in 10,000 Years. We had Megan Magpie Porch with Sleepless and Sanctuary. We had Nick Ward with Thanos and Death Make a Porno. And then we had Trevor Tevel write in with Till Death, but here's the great part: Till Death with Brad Garrett as Thanos, Doris Roberts as Death, and Ray Romano as Adam Warlock. He cast it.
Oh wow!
The casting's spectacular.
Yeah.
Till Death, okay title, but Brad Garrett as Thanos.
Yeah,
that's a Ray of Thanos. Yeah, that's great. I love
it. He's talking to Ray still, which is great.
Yeah.
Hey Ray, I'm Thanos.
Hey, Adam Warlock, I'm Thanos.
Beta Ray.
Beta Ray. Give me the jibs. That's probably the best Brad Garrett impression that exists.
I think ever. Yeah.
I think you found your new career.
Yeah, I think I do it better than Brad Garrett.
Oh, for sure.
For sure. Anyway, so I read them out. We've got 7 there. Mm-hmm. Guess want to go first? Do we go to Meredith first? Meredith, you go first. Which fight for your fight for the honor?
I read it online, I knew No Glove, No Love was my choice.
All right. Cook?
Same.
No Glove, No Love.
No Glove, No Love. I like it.
All right.
It's clean, simple.
That's 2 of 4.
Yeah, here's what's so beautiful about No Glove, No Love.
We got 3 for No Glove, No Love.
It's a surprise. And this is very hashtag gamey, and I play the midnight hashtag game, and I love hashtag games, but the trap of them is to think in this sort of like X and Y axis of I'm going to look up a Thanos thing, I'm going to look up a movie title, and then plug and play. Mm-hmm. And you get some clever stuff that way, but it's when people like think way off the axis of like, what do we know about Thanos? He has a glove and it's a rom-com. Like, that's great.
Yeah.
It's thinking outside the box.
Yes.
All right.
So to speak.
Well, my personal choice was A Wedding and 7 Billion Funerals, because just saying it makes me laugh every time. Like, how do you do that as a movie? Like, we love each other. The entire Earth died. Like, what rom-com is that? But
yeah,
it's 3-1. No Glove, No Love. Paul Montgomery, you are the winner.
Congratulations. Sir. Well done.
We will reach out to you, and the prize.
The prize, by the way, we haven't announced it on the air. We announced it on our Facebook page, but we have prize support from Wizard World Conventions. They have allowed us to give out prizes from their conventions, and one of the prizes, this particular prize, is that you can get into whatever Wizard World you want to, that you want to. Free entry. Free entry. You just have to let us
know
which one you want to go to.
You have to get there. You have to find a room. But whichever. But the beauty about
travel and boarding is up to you because we are not a wealthy podcast.
We are not.
But we can get you through the door.
And the beauty of Wizard World conventions is that they're all over the United States.
Yeah.
So chances
they've got between 25 and 30 next year
at this point.
So chances are you won't have to drive very far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if you're in the Midwest.
So congratulations and well done.
So yeah, Wizard World Conventions is great. They've got a lot of panels. And lots of
Wizards great. They have a lot of, they bring in a lot of comic book artists, a lot of media guests. They're artist alley and vendor rooms. It's a really fun show, especially if you haven't been to a convention before.
Yeah,
they're a really great kind of first timer convention because you get the full experience.
You get the full experience. There's lots of cosplay. There's lots of great panels. I know they have Shatner at the shows. They have a lot of Walking Dead stuff there. So if you're a fan of genre stuff at all, Wizard World is a great convention to go to.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Oh, do we have a question?
Is it the same wizard from Wizard Magazine?
It is.
It is.
Oh, okay.
It is. Wizard Magazine branched off and started some some conventions a few years ago. Yeah.
Started conventions.
Yeah.
Works good for them.
I remember that.
That's awesome.
So so that's it for the contest, and we've got this. The question for this coming week is not a contest. We
want to know, and we want to get drunk.
And really, everyone wins with this particular question.
It's true. Because then we'll post the recipes online for you to try.
Yeah.
Yep, it's going to be great.
And we'll start a drinking game.
We also asked on the Facebook page, what are some things you guys wanted to hear us talk about? What are some things you wanted to know more about? And we picked some of the topics that you guys posted to talk about now, and we're going to do that.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh.
That is correct, sir. So one of the questions we had was from Ephraim Guzman, who says... Howard the Duck, even for a cameo, it would be interesting to see if he will be included in future films. That's the first part. It's not really a question. I think he's just making a statement that he wants to see more Howard the Duck.
I agree with that statement.
I mean, that's so cool they brought him in.
Why? Why do you agree with that?
Because I think he is the ultimate form of Marvel hubris, where they just feel like we are unbeatable and we are going to shove it in your face. I think it is. Like this sort of Shakespearean tragic flaw of like, oh God, they've gone too far. Do they think they can do that too?
Yeah.
And it's kind of incredible too with the Howard the Duck movie that came out in the 80s that they would even go anywhere near it. It speaks to that same point.
I think that there was a moment of that in Guardians of the Galaxy by including him at all. It did have that like, yeah, motherfuckers, we'll go there.
Yeah,
Can I swear? Because I did.
No.
We try not to, but it's okay. It's okay.
It's great.
It's okay. It's totally okay.
I feel strongly about Howard the Duck.
If there was a swear word that needed to be thrown in, it was for Howard the Duck.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
We have an R rating in this episode, so
it's great.
Appreciate
it's okay.
No, fewer butts in the seats.
Fewer butts in the seats.
But the second part of Ephraim's question was, also with the slate of Marvel films, do you feel that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Daredevil will gain more viewership with the whole Marvel franchise? What do we think?
Yeah, I mean, it would seem yes, generally speaking. My only concern with Daredevil is that we haven't seen any sort of plans to bring Daredevil into the fold. They are treating...
You mean the movies?
Well, yeah, at all. I mean, they haven't referenced him at all in any other level, where Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is constantly pulling in actors from the films and kind of alluding to events. And I feel, and obviously we won't know until Daredevil airs, but it seems like we haven't even gotten, like, hints or a cameo yet. So it's just, I don't know if a lot of people, and that being said, because Netflix is a subscription service, not everyone can get it. It might also be smart on Marvel's part to develop what they're doing for Netflix almost as a standalone. If they want to pull these characters into the films, they could, but it might be an interesting scenario to see how the online digital viewership plays out, because everyone right now in the media industry is looking after television, what are we going to do past TV? Because it's really not, especially cable, it's not really there for most of the world now. Yeah. People want to go online. So,
well, as far as them being brought into the Marvel universe, I think my kind of take on it is that all of the Marvel universe, especially cinematic universe, seems to just have been born in the timeline of it. Like there aren't many heroes that have been around, with the exception of Captain America, who was out of the picture for so long. And I think what I've seen of like the image they released of Daredevil in the all black, it seems like it would be an origin story.
Yeah.
So I think in the timeline, Daredevil hasn't even happened yet, which is why he's maybe not been brought up and stuff and all that. Yeah. And I think with a lot of those characters too, it's interesting to see what they're. I mean, you're going to have to do origin stories for them. I think because of who they are and what their powers are.
I like that it's such a little package of. I feel like Marvel's doing a really good job of separating out their worlds of like, well, we got our big cosmic world and it's still connected, and then we have our Avengers who take care of kind of like big, really stereotypical superhero things, and then these are going to be like we're dealing with dirty little New York level stuff. So I'd be thrilled if they kind of stay in New York, and then just every once in a while, like literally a bomb goes past, and we're like, oh yeah, that's that bomb from Avengers 3 or whatever. But it's just in the background, and they're dealing with it, and now we'll deal with like politics and corruption and thugs.
It'll be interesting, but I think overall, I think that it will add to the viewership. I think the success of Guardians alone is going to make people more willing to check out Marvel.
Well, I mean, stuff. I think season 2 of S.H.I.E.L.D. is doing relatively well now, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it was not doing great last season. So
I think it found its footing.
Thankfully it finally found its footing.
Has a lot to do with it.
So it has me cheering for it every week.
So yeah, more Howard the Duck, and I think more viewers. What's the next question we got?
Liam Logrand asks, can you please talk about these teaser covers being released by Marvel? I would love to hear your opinion on what they all could mean. Well, they released a video. I don't know if you've seen it, Liam, but they released a video that it's going to relate all to Secret Wars. So you've got the X-Men 92. You've got the Spider-Man till what was it? Till Death Do Us Part.
Renew Your Vows.
Renew Your Vows. You've got the Secret Wars. You've got Civil War, House of M. So what it's going to end up being is all of these like kind of compose these alternate dimensions and these time frames that are pulled from and then thrown into a battle world where all of these heroes now exist at the exact same time, and they all are now fighting in the Secret Wars sort of thing. So that's what's going on.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So
I can't wait.
Yeah, if you've ever read the original Secret Wars, you brought it in with you because it's one of your favorite comics.
Yeah, I can't talk about it or I'll swear. So I'm too excited. No, I love it, and I think
why don't you tell us about Secret Wars?
I think the awesome thing about Secret Wars is that it is a great introduction to the characters, and it is also rich if you already knew them. Like when it first came out, I was very young and I didn't know the characters. It was my introduction to all of them. And like I haven't read comic books in a long time because they're expensive and I didn't like some of the super continuity. So I'm really excited about Secret Wars because it ties back to these ideas I liked when I was a kid. But then also for me, it is a great introduction to the parts of the universe that I don't know.
Yeah.
So it'll be just like that for me, where like, oh, I know about these classic heroes, or I get what Marvel Zombies are, but then it'll be a cool way to learn about the stuff I don't know.
I would agree with that. I think so too. I think that's all the time we have today.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let us know what other questions you have. We always want to answer them.
Yeah, and we'll address some of the ones that we didn't get to online.
Yeah, we have a few more. Colin, you had a question. Langley, you had a question. Michael, Gladu. So we wanted to answer all of them, but we're out of time, unfortunately. Anyway... thank you for joining us here, Schmoville, on Marvel Movie News. Now
Marvel
is
our
Marvel News.
Yeah, Marvel
is it just
News?
Marvel News?
Marvel News.
I am out of the loop somehow. Visit us on Facebook, Marvel News for Marvel fans. Like us. Follow us on Twitter at Marvel Schmoes. Also find us on YouTube.com/SchmoesKnowPodcast. Subscribe and rate us on iTunes so we can keep coming back to you. Don't forget, next week we're going to be a little bit later because we're moving to a new recording date. But you can probably find us on Friday. So I think that's when we're coming out. Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at the Matt Key,
at M Placko,
at Matt Cook tweeted,
at Joseph Scrimshaw, no master.
Thank you for joining us, Joseph.
Yeah,
this is a lot of fun. Thank you very, very much.
And we will see you next week, Schmoville. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.
From producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, Christian Harloff, and the entire Popcorn Talk Network, we would like to thank you for tuning in. For questions or comments, be sure to visit popcorntalk.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of the Popcorn Talk Network.